going to rain spiders, you guys. There's going to be spiders everywhere, all over the viewing area. Over the weekend, a 4-year-old boy fell into a gorilla exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo. But zoo officials saw no alternative but to shoot and kill the 400-pound animal. Now, the 4-year-old boy was rushed to the hospital, but he sustained no life-threatening injury. So it's a happy ending, right? Nope, because the public is losing their ever-loving minds, and this gorilla thing is the only thing that's actually really hitting the headlines today. And it's weird because it appears that they value the life of the gorilla more so than the safety of the 4-year-old.
There's nothing to be upset about because the child was saved. So we should throw a parade and celebrate the fact that this gorilla is dead, because it means that a baby is alive.
Yeah, I feel sad that the gorilla was shot. I will say that. I can be unabashedly pro-life, and I still feel sad that I get what you're saying, though. So Epix has reportedly removed Katie Couric's mockumentary Under the Gun from its website. One of the inventors of the AR-15, Jim Sullivan, is accusing HBO's Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel, and I watched the latter half of this, by the way, of making selective edits to an interview in which he appeared. So 2 times in 1 week, gun control groups have been busted for deceptive editing. There are 2 confirmed dead following an active shooter situation, which has now been contained on the campus of UCLA. These anti-gun lobbyists, they say that this is why we need more laws. This is why we need more gun control.
There's nothing they could do along the lines that they have done that would actually have prevented this, because ultimately it comes down to an individual, and as we know, if it wasn't shooting somebody, they would have stabbed somebody.
You know what I actually wish the argument was from these people who are trying to make these grabs for guns? I actually wish they would come out and say, no, we don't just need to ban the 10-round clips, or we don't just need to ban the assault rifles. We need to ban all weapons. I would at least have more respect for that argument.
All these laws that they've been advocating have already passed in California.
Right.
So they did stand up to the NRA, and people still died.
In a state that has universal background checks, in a state that makes you wait 2 weeks before you can acquire your firearm, in a state that makes it to where you can only purchase 1 handgun a month, in a state that makes you register your firearms with the state, in a state that micro-stamps your firearms, in a state that has a magazine limitation. There is a restriction on how many rounds you can have in a mag. So the question then becomes this: how many more laws do you need to prevent a situation like this from occurring? How many more laws do you need to stop a mentally unstable person from going on a rampage?